Fortnite Battle Royale is a pretty stressful game. Drop a like on this video if you agree with that. It's a ton of fun, and that's why so many people are playing it, but it is also extremely stressful. When you get put into this tense situation, you know that you're going to go down if you don't make the right decisions, and then boom, it's over. It's pretty common for us to let our nerves get the best of us and we do something stupid that we end up instantly regretting. What is up, guys? Jimmy or Chaos here. Welcome to Chaos Top 10s. Today, we're going to be counting down 10 dumb things that you're probably guilty of doing in Fortnite Battle Royale. Myself included, this is a circle of trust in the comment section, so let us know what are some really bonehead moves you've made in Fortnite. I'm running a huge Fortnite 15,000 V-Bucks giveaway the entire month. All you have to do to enter is like this video, be subscribed to the channel, turn on your notifications, and leave me a comment why you want to win with your Twitter handle attached. The winner will be picked at the end of the month. At number 10, misjudging the fall distance. This is a pretty big one, and I know I'm putting it all the way down at number 10 because it doesn't always seem to be your fault. When you're in a rush to slide down a mountain or hop out of your tower, it's pretty common for us to just eyeball the fall distance and then, yeah, I'll be okay. And then we end up taking some hefty fall damage and getting killed shortly after because we needed that little bit of extra HP that we lost from falling. But what do I mean by it doesn't always seem to be your fault? As I'm sure many of you have noticed if you play Fortnite, the fall damage isn't exactly consistent or predictable. So, sometimes you can have every reason to believe that you'll be fine from a fall, but you still take damage because the game just felt like screwing you over at that moment. But then again, I've had plenty of times where I just 100% misjudged the fall distance, and it was nobody's fault but my own. So it goes both ways, and I asked you to tell me your dumbest moments. Here's one really quick for me. 1v1 to win a solo match. 9 kills. If I get the last kill, that's a double-digit solo win. Nobody would be ashamed of that. I built up a tower, didn't realize I built it up too high, jumped out in the middle of the 1v1, and crashed to my death. At number 9, taking the full shield before the minis. This one happens pretty often during the opening skirmish of a match, but we've all done it, whether it be in the heat of the battle or you just forgot. The big difference between the small and the large shield potions in Fortnite is the fact that the small shields can only be used when you're at 50 shield or below, while the large shield can be used anytime. So the best way to go about this is obviously take the minis and then the large. But I'm sure we've all had that brain fart from time to time and taken the large shield first, resulting in us getting stuck with 50 less shield than we've had before. A lot of the time, when in the opening skirmish, I'll hold on to a large shield for just a little while in case I can stumble across some minis to use first, but I bet you all know the frustration of dropping into the map, finding the big shield, drinking it, and then immediately finding the minis that you can't actually use. At number 8, getting shot during a dance. This actually happened to me the other day because I was bored and I was dancing and I got shot right in the butt. I've said it many times in videos and I'll keep saying it until people stop doing it, including myself. The dances in Fortnite are a ton of fun and they add a lot more character to the game itself, but for the love of God, stop dancing out in the open after you kill someone. I don't care if it was the best snipe of your life or if you got a triple kill. Stop dancing in the open. When you start dancing out there, you not only make a ton of noise and paint a target on the back of your head, but you also leave yourself completely defenseless until you do something to cancel that animation, which just takes more time that you could be using to run, build defenses, or heal up from the previous fight. If you get an awesome kill and you're in cover, sure, break out a dance or two to celebrate. But if you're out in the middle of an open field and you dance, you have no one to blame but yourself when you get punished for it. At number 7, going into a fight with no mats. Build fights are super tense and they're one of the main factors of Fortnite that keep it unique and draw people into it. But one of the absolute worst things you can do in Fortnite is go into a build fight when you don't actually have any mats to work with. When I say mats, I mean materials. If you get into a build fight, you should have at least 300 total mats to work with, preferably 400 or more. You never know how good the other person is going to be or how long that fight is going to last. And one of the worst scenarios ever in Fortnite is getting stuck in the middle of a build fight way up in the air and you run out of material. If you see someone trying to bait you into a build fight and you don't have a lot of mats, hunker down where you are and try to bait them into coming to you. Make them bring the fight to you. Do not engage them in a build fight unless you have the mats to support and back yourself up. At number 6, getting shot while you're sorting your inventory. Inventory sorting is a pretty big factor of Fortnite Battle Royale, as you always want to know where everything is so you can quickly access it and whip it out during pressure. And everybody has certain slots where they like stuff. It's muscle memory. You know where to go with your controller when you're in the heat of the moment. When you're rearranging your inventory, though, you need to make sure you're not going to get attacked. Rearranging your inventory leaves you totally immobile, so when you do it, you need to be sure you're in a corner in a hut, or you could do it quick enough that you won't get shot. There are a few things in Fortnite worse than getting all that loot you need, getting down to the top 10, gonna win it, and then you get killed because you were trying to move your Scar over one spot or move your medkits all the way to the right. Cracking into the top 5, speaking about medkits, leave the medkit and getting caught in the storm. I've done it. Generally speaking, you want to take shield items over HP items because the shields take effect quicker and give you more instant benefit. But how many times have you seen a medkit or bandages on the ground, you think, nah, I'll be okay, and then it ended up getting caught in the storm? You should never get caught in the storm without either bandages or a med kit or maybe sometime campfires. And if you see the storm coming, you better stock up on one or another or more than one. Don't be the guy in your squad who gets down to the storm because you left the med kit behind for some shield potions and then you're asking your buddies, come back and get me, I promise we can make it. At number 4, forgetting you have a launch pad. I've done this one too. Everybody's done it. Because of how rare launch pads are, they usually get sorted behind the traps and the campfires in your trap inventory slot, making it very, very easy to forget that you had one since they're not on your screen. How many times have you seen that storm coming and started to panic about the damage you're about to take when you had a launch pad in your inventory all along? You just completely forgot about it. Here's a little tip to avoid this. When you get a launch pad, immediately rearrange your trap inventory slot so the launch pad is on top and on the screen. This way you won't forget about it when you really need it, and it's a visual reminder every time you go into your inventory. I promise it's going to save you one day. At number 3, going too low on the snipe. Sniping in Fortnite is tough when you first start out, and it leads to a lot of newer players making mistakes that may seem simple to the rest of us. For example, going too low on a snipe. Because of the bullet drop that's in Fortnite, instead of the shot going straight like other multiplayer shooters, it leads to a lot of newer players going way, way too low on their shots. If you're new to the game, let me clue you guys in on something. If you aim straight at the person you're sniping at, you're going to miss. You have to always aim higher than you think you have to. And I'll put it this way. If you aim too low, the bullet will drop and hit the ground. If you aim too high, the bullet will drop and still hit the person. It's a win-win. Always aim high. If you're going to miss high rather than low. At number 2, let's stick with the sniping thing. Going too high for the snipe. What? You're like, Jimmy, come on, you're trolling. You just lectured us on aiming low, okay? I know, but you have to find the middle ground. A lot of the time, when a newer player first figures out they have to aim high in order to snipe in Fortnite, it leads to them aiming way too high and whiffing the target completely. Or they're going for that magical headshot and they weren't even close. Now, there's not really any concrete rule of thumb when it comes to judging the bullet drop as a starting player in Fortnite Battle Royale. You kind of just have to learn from failure, and honestly, you kind of have to wing it from time to time. But I guess just learn to aim high, just not too high. You don't want to be the guy or girl who misses a wide open shot because you aimed way, way too high. Okay, guys, the last one today. Let me know if you're guilty of this. Losing after trying to humiliate someone. I know I've done it. It's easy to get cocky when you see a clueless player or when you get down to the final 2 and you try to do this crazy no-scope or box someone in a trap kill and then utterly fail and you end up dying. Or if you spot people and you realize really, really quickly that they're mobile players. How many times have you been playing squads and you guys look and you're like, they're mobile, go get them. Some of the best Fortnite advice I can give you guys is to always play for the kill and not for the style. Now, unless you're Ninja or Myth or Dakotas, they go for style points all the time, but they also have thousands upon thousands of hours into this game. Don't go for style points unless you are 150% positive you will get that kill, and even then, you should always focus on the kill first. Unless you're streaming to a whole bunch of people who you just want to try to put on a show for, you need to understand that that show could go bad really quick, or just secure the kill. Get the W. I promise that trick shot is great, but the more victory royales you rack up, the more people are going to be like, yeah, this guy's legit. You don't want to choke the win just because you were trying to be this badass in Fortnite. And there you have it, my friends. Those are 10 dumb things that you're probably guilty of doing in Fortnite at one point or another. I know I am. You guys let me know in the comment section. Once again, What is the dumbest moment you've ever experienced in Fortnite? And as always, guys, there is a playlist below if you guys want to check out any of the other Fortnite videos. Also, if you guys get anything from G2A.com, make sure to use promo code Chaos. Get yourself some actual cash back. If you use it, make sure to tweet at me so I can reply to you guys as well. Link is at the top of the description. Whether you're getting Steam codes, PC games, whatever you're getting, make sure you use that code so you save some cash. I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you soon.